Well, just want to make sure, before this, whole thing gets started for the Heat fans, because for whatever reason they seem to be obsessed with the word cry. I mean, I don't know if it's just because it's the only word they know, because their brain cells have just all gone away because of all the cocaine they snort daily there. But look at my eye right there. There's no tears. Ah, you can come up with a valid argument. I mean, if you won fair and square, like you guys probably think you did, can you come up with a valid argument? Because right now, even when you were winning, you you couldn't come up with a valid argument on Twitter. At least the Heat ones on Twitter, unless Twitter Heat fans are just toxic. You know, right now it just seems like all Heat fans are toxic. But so here's how I justify the Pacers losing this one. First off, Jimmy Butler. Jimmy Butler is a cheap player. He cheap shots other players. He had the ball. He was like this. He saw Miles Turner. He bent down even lower so that Miles would trip over him, and then he would get a foul call on Miles so he could get a foul. That's a cheap shot. They double teamed TJ when he only had like 4 points. They put Bam Adebayo on TJ. They elbowed Miles in the post constantly, and the refs didn't say jack. The refs didn't, be like, oh yeah, you kind of can't freaking bash someone right in their stomach. Oh wait, you have Miami on your jersey? Go right ahead. If you have Indiana on your jersey, you're disgusting. We're not going to call any fouls for you because you don't generate enough revenue. Stupid. Now, some things, yes, were the Pacers' fault. Let's see here. Malcolm Brogdon. I don't normally have many complaints with you. You're a good point guard who does what he's supposed to do. You can score and you can pass, which is what a point guard is supposed to do. And you can get some rebounds because you got some height on some other point guards. But today, you left TJ Warren wide open so many times when you could have just passed the ball to him and he would have made the shot. But instead, you decide to try and drive to the basket and then get fouled, but the refs didn't call the foul, and then you also miss the shot. So Jimmy Butler is just a cheap player. He's inefficient. Most of his points came from free throws today. Usually when most of a guy's points come from free throws, there are being conspiracy videos made about those games. I bet you this is going to be the only one you see. It's stupid. And, I know people forget this constantly. We didn't have Domantas Sabonis. Forgot that little part. The guy who generates 18 points and 12 rebounds. Yeah. Kind of missed that. Just saying. But, obviously Heat fans, context? What's context? Let's just look at the stats at face value without thinking at all about them and just use those. No context needed. Don't need to watch the game. Just need to watch the box score. Just need to keep on refreshing that on NBA.com. I swear, the Heat fan base is special needs. Jeez. I mean, Kelly Olynyk, Miles Turner goes to the basket. He goes like this a little, but does not make contact with Kelly Olynyk. Puts up a layup. It goes in. Good. Kelly Olynyk, the elbow comes like right here next to his face, and he goes, oh no, I think ref, I broke my leg. Ref, I broke my leg. Ref. This leg that I'm standing on, yeah, I broke it. Oh yeah, and in this wrist right here, that I'm moving perfectly fine. Yeah, it's broken too. Can I get a foul? Foul number 33, because I'm autistic. I mean, and everybody on the Heat constantly, if there was a Pacer player in front of them just going like this with their hands straight up, they were like, you know what? Perfect opportunity. I mean, that's really what they did. They just dived right into him. They dived right into him. I just, double check for all the Heat fans. No tears. No tears. I know you don't want to see a close-up of my ugly face, but you guys make me do this. There's no tears. No tears right there. There's no mucus coming out of my nose. Yeah, there's no tears. Just making sure. Gotta clarify every 5 minutes. Let's see, what else? I mean, yeah. I know a lot of people are criticizing McMillan right now. Honestly, he couldn't really have done much better. Maybe made a few lineup changes a bit sooner. Put in a guys a bit sooner. Pulled some guys a bit later. But we need to stop getting on McMillan so much, because honestly, I feel like no other coach would have done any better. He's a good coach. I feel bad that he gets criticized all the time, because sometimes it's not even his fault. I know some Pacer fans are going to get mad at me for that. I don't know why. Like, what reason would I have to have an opinion that would hurt the Pacers? Like, I'm a super fan. Got like 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and probably another one. I got like 6 jerseys. Those are just the ones I can currently wear. I have a Roy Hibbert jersey that I outgrew, and a Miles Turner jersey that I outgrew, and a Ron Artest jersey that I outgrew. And I have a Pacers flag right there, a Victor Oladipo poster right there. There's a Beat the Heat poster from the Eastern Conference Finals right there. DJ Augustine signed picture right there. Pacers flag from 2009 right there. Signed picture of Boomer. There's a giant freaking flag right here. Little Pacers thing right here that you can see. And there's team autographed photo from the Fort Wayne Mad Ants. Right there. That's a Pacers thing. And then I have a Pacers mini hoop right up there. There's a poster of Miles Turner there. A poster of Victor Oladipo there. There's a Pacers flag right there. Like, I have no reason to have an opinion that would hurt the Pacers. And honestly, Nate McMillan did the best he could. But yeah. Jimmy Butler is a flopper. Their whole team is a flop. Is just a flop. Anything came, right within this part of their face. There are constantly times where people from the Heat would jump into guys. It'd be a shooting foul. Okay? Someone from the Pacers would jump into someone from the Heat. It's a charging foul. Oh, yeah. In this little bit. This little bit. Where Bam Adebayo is, struggling with Miles Turner. They have the ball. He's elbowing Miles Turner, like every Heat player likes to do. And then he passes the ball out. And his hands get hit as he's passing the ball. Okay, that's a foul, right? Just a normal team foul, inbound the ball. They call that a shooting foul. Last time I checked, passing the ball is not shooting the ball. You don't shoot the ball this way. If the hoop is right in front of me, right here, you don't shoot the ball this way. You don't do that. Oh, yeah. One more second. I believe it was on an out-of-bounds play. It was out of bounds off of Jimmy Butler, I believe. I don't remember much before it, because I remember being enraged at the fact that they called it Pacers ball. And then Jimmy Butler went over, whined to the ref a little, and then it changed to Heat basketball. When does that happen where a play just gets changed because a player whines? And it was clearly off of freaking Jimmy Butler. And then they overturned it just because Jimmy Butler was like, the Pacers, if you don't call more fouls, the Pacers might win. And, that'd be bad for the league. So, could you just, call that for us so we could have another opportunity to score? I mean, please. And the refs were like, yeah, sure. Heat basketball. Don't like corn anyways. And I didn't care for the movie Hoosiers. It's stupid. It's autistic. It's every word you can use to describe something that is utterly trash. I mean, this thing right here, most people call this a trash can. You know what I call it? Jimmy Butler, or the Heat as a franchise. Real quick, tell me. Name me one player who is an all-star who was drafted by the Heat other than Dwayne Wade. Oh, wait, Bam Adebayo. Okay. Anybody else? So Dwayne Wade, Bam Adebayo. Maybe there might be a few that I'm missing. Probably 2. So you have 4, right? You have 4. Mel Daniels, George McGinnis, Reggie Miller, Rick Smits, Mark Jackson was not. Paul George, Roy Hibbert, Victor Oladipo, Domantas Sabonis, Jermaine O'Neal. Oh, well, he wasn't really drafted. He was a really unknown player, and we picked him up and developed him. So I'm going to kind of count that. Jermaine O'Neal. Ron Artest. He was on the team before the Pacers, though, right? Yeah, he was on the Bulls. He was on the Bulls before the Pacers. So, someone else I'm forgetting? Yeah. I think that's right there, 9. I believe, right? I said Reggie Miller already. Yeah. So that's 9 homegrown players that are all-stars. And Mel Daniels. Oh, yeah, Roger Brown. It's 10. Roger Brown and George McGinnis. Let's see. Yeah, 4. I believe 4 of those players are in the Hall of Fame. So, yeah. Yeah. So, real quick, Heat fans. The way you are winning is by signing a bunch of players. You signed LeBron. You signed Bosh. You signed Alonzo Mourning back in the early 2000s. You signed Jimmy Butler. Can you win can you develop your own talent other than Dwayne Wade and Bam Adebayo? Can you develop anything else? No? You're too busy snorting lines of coke in your locker room? Okay, makes sense. I'll see you guys in the next video. Hopefully next time we face the Heat, I'll come in here screaming and say we beat the Heat. And yeah. See you guys in the next video. Any Heat fans who want to leave your displeasures telling me to go kill myself down below, feel free to do it. It'll be enjoyable to see, Just like the Raptors video. That was fun.